There isn't much going on in the yard right now, but one thing that I do have a lot of is violets. They're one of my most invasive weeds, and I was reading that violet leaves make a really nice infusion for like a herbal cream. It has some anti-inflammatory properties to it that would make it really nice to make kind of like a gardener's hardworking hand cream. So I'm out here today. I'm gonna pick up some of these leaves and I'm gonna throw together a couple of oil infusions. I'm gonna do one with the violet leaves, and then I also have some calendula petals, and so I'm going to be infusing those for future use, kind of build up my herbal medicine cabinet. Look at that, I even have a flower coming on this one. One of the few reasons I made the mistake of letting violets stay, and now I'm regretting it because they're everywhere. But use a little bit of them at least. They're also edible, so we do eat some of the violet greens and violet flowers in the spring when there isn't much else. All those violet leaves that I picked the other day, they've been drying for a couple days and they're not quite fully dried. It's better to do the oil infusion when everything's completely dried, but I have another batch that I picked about a week ago that are all dried and ready to go. So I'm gonna be infusing this in olive oil. And then I also have some calendula petals that I purchased because I suck at growing calendula. But I am going to be infusing this one in sweet almond oil because I find that the almond oil is super moisturizing for me, and the calendula is really good for like quick healing. So once these are all infused, I'm going to be able to put together an anti-inflammatory, quick healing cream that, can just be used for nicks and scratches or for sore hands, and I think it's going to work out really good. So I have all the dried petals packed into the jar here, and I'm going to be topping it up with some olive oil. Use like the best kind of longest shelf life olive oil that you can get your hands onto, and same for all oils, because you want it to last the longest without going bad. For once you infuse stuff, you don't want it to start getting all sketchy. Just want to cover up the herbs with oil. Once they're in the oil, you don't really have to worry about them growing nasty stuff on them. This should kind of function as a preservative. Though you only really want to steep them in the oil and then discard the steeped leaves to then just store the oil on its own. I don't really have anything to poke this down with. Okay, I'm gonna do it with my finger. If you're gonna do a cold infusion like this, you wanna leave it for about 6 weeks in a cool, dark place, and give it a shake every once in a while, just to make sure everything's staying oiled up. But you can also do this if you want to use your herbs quicker. You can use do a hot infusion, and what you do for that is you keep the lid off and you put it in a hot water bath. Feels good on the hands. Also gonna do up a jar of the calendula. This bottle's not quite a cup of oil. I think that with the amount that the petals will displace, it's gonna fill this 1 cup jar pretty well. The one thing with the infused oils is a little goes a long way. Unless you're using them for the soap making, then you need a lot. But like how much oil do you need for a cream or a salve? So you don't necessarily want to be making a liter of infused oil, because you probably just aren't going to be able to use it before the oil starts to, you know, lose its ideal shelf life. Sam's coming to assist me. No, thank you. Okay, that's the lid. First I'm gonna put the oil in, and then we're gonna put the lid on. So same with the violet leaves. Okay, can you give me a second? I don't need it yet. I'm putting something in first. Same with the violet leaves. You just want to pour the oil in until it covers the herbs.
Yeah.
I know. Just 1 second. No, 1 second, please. Okay, you gonna put it on? And then turn it. Good work. Thank you, Sam. Now we wait. Okay, I'm gonna film something.
What's it about? What's it about?
What is it about?
Yeah.
It is about herbal infusions.
That bubble food. That bubble food.
Herbal infusions?
Suey. Suey. Oh, I thought it was purple. Suey.
Purple smoothies? Is that what you thought I said?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Herbal infusions.
Herbal.
Okay.